Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Angus may now expel the angry diarrhea.
Oh, come on! Come on! Come on! Ah! What makes me special? I don't know, man. I'm just some Asian kid streaming to like 0 people. But you know what? I don't care.
I know how this goes. This is where that grit of yours kicks in.
Oh, okay. Come on! Come on! Come on! Oh, yeah! Oh. Oh.
The freelancer who had it all.
Oh. Yeah. Oh. He's over there. Come on! No, it's a champion. Oh my gosh, he's doing his shield thing. Oh no, that asshole at the last minute did the shield thing. You fucking piece of shit. I hope God has a special place in hell just for you. Okay, I'll make my way back up. That champion's up there. Oh! Oh! Yes! Oh! Oh!
Excellent work. With the sorcerer
Yeah!
has destroyed the bold briar tongue. Now give me the fragment.
Yeah!
Oh, wow. Damn. That was a big burp. Alright. But we're all weird, Chelsea. That's the beauty of it. You're weird. I'm weird. Nick's weird. Oh!
There we go.
There's a proper burp. Oh my gosh. God, that last burp though. I can't go over it. That was fucking pathetic.
If your weapon has double the strength of the enemy's toughness, you will do a whole lot of damage.
Wow. I didn't know
Each
that.
weapon has a different. I'm sure you didn't. Considering I've been. How you been?
Yeah, speaking how it took
Don't
it this
fucking
long.
patronize me, you bastards.
Yes, we are patronizing.
We have told you several times over, so I'm trying to speak nice.
Yeah, but you don't have to. You don't have to speak like I'm fucking mentally disabled. Like, oh, did you? All right, Changus, did you remember? Did you remember that 2 + 2 = 4? Good job.
I'm glad you knew that 2 + 2 = 4.
I still can't believe NSYNC is reunited.
I sunk in lava.
I love how you said, I'm not gonna watch this movie unless they reunite NSYNC. And then
Turns out they're reuniting NSYNC.
they reunite NSYNC, and then you still said, I'm not gonna watch this damn movie.
Well, it is now the 4th, everyone. Woo!
Happy birthday, America.
Happy birthday, America. Today we celebrate the day we declare independence from those stupid British people. Where we go, hey, you Brits, guess what? We don't like being taxed without your representation. We'll tax ourselves to death, because at least we'll have representation.
Fuck. Hey, remember when Disney tried to copyright a cultural holiday?
What?
And they
Which one?
Day of the Dead.
They did?
They tried to.
Why?
Coco.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm not.
They tried to copyright the Day of the Dead for Coco.
They did. They definitely tried to do so. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. that is-
Games Workshop tried to copyright pauldrons with Roman numerals.
What?
remember Remember when the Vine Bros tried to copyright the word react?
Role-playing night. Blazes in lingerie. And meanwhile, Silver, dressed up in like cardboard night outfit. Just, all right, let's do this. Why are you dressed like that? Why are you dressed like that? Well, you said we were role-playing. I thought we were, you know, gonna, you know, do like, you know, Dungeons and Dragons. Gosh, I can't have fun in any timeline.
Hold on. Silver. I can work with this.
I can work with this. Okay.
That night, the paladins played two things.
Stop fucking crying!
You pressed that button as soon as I killed her. That's some fucking timing. Thank you, Megatron. I have stopped crying because of you. Okay. Bullet hell. Bullet hell.
Fucking noises.
Just a quick reminder that I do have stream elements. There's a $50 monthly goal. You can tip, donate, etc., whatever you want to call it. You do not have to if you don't want to. Yes. What do you want?
This is for any of you. This is preemptive.
All
I
right.
just wanted you to know that.
Okay. Surprisingly, I can say this because I felt the gas today. It wasn't that bad. But
How much?
it was like, well, it was like 4 something. So, but like, when I say it's not that bad, you have to understand. Like, I'm comparing it to what like the usual prices. So it's like, you know, like around like 5 something, almost, you know, like diesel itself is like almost close to 6 still. Like diesel's still close to 6. But like, so like filling up the gas today, like
$5 for gas.
like 4, yeah, like so like today, like 4 something for like just gas. Honestly, compared to what we've been getting, not that bad. I mean, of course, it could be so much better, but compared to what usually, not that bad. So,
Yeah, something better, like
well,
like
what does your
3.
You got 3?
Yeah, 360. But that's on the high end.
Fuck, I'm looking up gas prices right now. What were
290 for over here.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Let's look
We
it
just
up.
use a lot. We use a lot of gas up here. Way more because you know the cold months. So that's generally why ours is higher.
Good God, California's average price is like almost twice as much as the national average price. This sucks. This sucks so much. This sucks.
My local cost was like $255.
Let's see. What was the most expensive? Who was the most expensive? Mono. 6. We're past the 6. We're past $6 in California. Let's go. Woo! Yeah. How much was today in Los Angeles? The average price. $5. Woo! Yeah.
What? Someone in the garage is trying to convert their engines to run on
Yeah.
all oil.
Oh my gosh, this is terrible. This is no joke. No, but seriously, this is terrible. Oh my goodness, the highest recorded average price for diesel was today, $7. Fuck off. Fuck off.
Oh, that's almost $10.
Yeah, we're definitely in Carter 2.0.
Fuck off with that. No.
The only positives is that we don't have an energy crisis, that we don't have to wait long lines for gas. That's the positive.
I feel No joke. Everyone in people who get diesel, you have my sympathies, man. I cannot excuse that. That's fucking bullshit. That's bullshit. Oh my gosh, that was actually bullshit, though. People,
What happens when
you got my
when you're
sympathy.
trying to say we're phasing out of gas to go to protect the cows?
Well, like electric?
Stuff. Yeah. Well, yeah. You know how the plan is trying to get.
Yeah, to get everyone to get
We don't.
get electric. Get your Tesla, guys! Elon needs your money!
Well, also, you know, we're trying to save the environment by no
Oh.
fossil fuels.
You know the environment. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. You know the environment stuff is bullshit. No one cares about the environment.
You know what's kind of
They
funny?
just want to have an excuse for attacks.
No one actually cares for the environment in Johto. There's always an ulterior motive. We're doing this to save the environment. No, you're not. You don't care about the environment. You just want to
If you
tax
do-
us, you pieces of shit.
You know, if you care about the environment, you wouldn't be putting all the solar wind stuff. You'd be trying to push nuclear and kill less birds.
Oh no no no!
Well,
you
yeah,
don't
but-
you don't want to mention nuclear Comet. Don't you remember what happened in Japan? We don't want that happening here, do we? No 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 no
That was
no.
Still over 100 years ago.
What do you mean?
Or like we had a couple of near misses of
Shit, what was-
nuclear
Shit, fuck it,
related to
I'm
assassin.
gonna look up right now. When was the last time a reactor meltdown occurred
And-
in USA? March 20th, 1979 was the last time a nuclear reactor melted down in America. So let's go. Woo!
I find it that a lot of those meltdowns were because they always skimped out on something.
But still though. Woo!
Like, they were told, "Do not build here,"
We
but
landed.
they built.
We can move to Mars, Ray. Yeah, don't you know Elon's gonna take us to Mars? Let's go!
Oh,
Woo!
come on, we all know that we're not gonna go to Mars. Like, we faked the moon landing. Candace Owens says so.
Wait, no.
We're gonna. Oh, don't listen to that baloney ninja. We're gonna go to Mars. I mean, if anything to judge by how Elon's running Twitter, we'll be in Mars in no time. Let's go!
Have
Yeah!
you seen his test launch?
Wait, what? Well, you know, every success starts with failure.
Yeah, but we still got a lot of failures to go, though.
I'm just making. Yeah.
Fuck, I'm gonna
Yeah,
look
I
up.
know.
I'm looking up right now.
Wait,
What is Elon Musk's net worth? I know he's a billionaire. Let's see how much.
Wait, Najana, what you just said? Someone denied the moon. Who did the moon landing?
Yeah, Candace Owens
Oh, well,
and the
241.
Hodge twins follow suit.
oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Who are the
They
Hodge
literally
twins?
used Elon's failures on his test run to like launch rockets to say, yeah, do you think we really did the people back in the 60s did the moon landing if we can't do it right now?
Wait, who are the Hodge twins?
Comedians.
Conservative YouTube.
But isn't like Elon's trying to new design
Huh.
the watch? Of course, there are gonna be failures along the way.
Yeah, he has like they didn't take into account that Elon is just doing the most overcomplicated way because his rocket seems to be going sideways.
Also,
Oh,
Also,
the Hodge twins have a show on what's Crowder's like website. Gosh, I haven't fucking heard Steven Crowder's name in so long. Like that's like a blast from the past.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, Steven Crowder, holy shit, that's a name for the past.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
let this some stuff happen. You don't want.
Yeah, has or was going through a divorce.
Oof, that sucks.
And based on his personality,
Oh, was it bound to happen? Oof.
basically, She left because of
oh, she left him.
stuff that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's even worse. Ooh.
Yeah, she accused him of doing certain stuff that goes, yeah, that kind of makes sense with his personality. Why did you marry him in the first place? One of those types of things.
Oh, so
Yeah.
he wasn't a good husband. Oof. Yikes.
Yeah, and of course he blamed everyone except
Ooh.
everything. Blamed the system. It was.
Yeesh. Yeesh. Yikes.
Like he even said.
That's a yikes moment there. Yeesh.
Yeah, like he says, like if a woman wants to get rich, you marry a guy and then you divorce him to take half of his stuff. He literally said that line of thinking.
Ooh. Yee. I mean, there are legitimate complaints against the whole divorce system, but like.
Yeah.
Yee.
I'm not saying that it's.
Yeah, but
there's no
but
uses.
Yee. Ooh.
And the camera footage that came out.
Camera footage?
Oh, I don't want to see it.
No, it was a long time ago.
What,
Not
like
just now.
What, like? Are
He was
we,
being-
fuck it. I'm gonna say. Are we talking like? I can't believe we're opening with this talk. Fuck it, but I'll get like.
You know, speaking,
as far as
speaking of conservatives, Alex Jones made a video game.
That is right. He did make a video
Okay,
game.
come on. No. You know what's the better one? Ben Shapiro was the main villain in Modern Warfare 3, and his sister.
Wait, really?
No, that's just a meme
Makarov
people says
just
about-
looks like Ben Shapiro.
He does. What the hell?
He didn't look like him to me at first, but then they
Like the more you look at it, and the more you
look at him.
yeah, the more you go, I kind of see what people are getting at.
Then when they bring up the picture of his sister, and then the Magrov's sister, it's like, okay, clearly there were people who were designing in this game had a hate motive for Ben Shapiro.
Captain.
I don't know. Maybe he looked like him in the original
No.
COD.
No,
it's like
Makarov in the original
somewhat-
Makarov in the original Call of Duty didn't look anything like that.
Yeah, they gave him like.
Hold on, here's an image, compare and contrast. There's old and new. So.
Yeah.
Wait, and here's the picture.
Captain Price, my sister's a doctor. Waterloo to Poopy Water? No, Chelsea. Waterloo is a place where a famous battle occurred.
You know his cousin was the chick who played Matilda and Matilda.
That's amazing.
They don't like each other.
Wait, Ben
What I
Shapiro?
hear. Yeah.
Wait, really? Wait, hold on. I'm
Yeah.
looking at it right now. Ben Shapiro cousin. I'm looking at it right now.
Is it like Mara Wilson?
Marl Wilson.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
right.
is that the cousin?
Marl Wilson from Matilda. Relatives. Ben
my
Shapiro
goodness,
cousin. Oh.
Mara Wilson is a famous child actress.
Yeah, Matilda.
That's funny.
Oh.
Also, I kind of know her a bit more from. There was like a nostalgia critic thing where he made fun of her. Made fun of one of her movies, and then she showed up for a skit where he made her into like a devil person.
She's voicing in an episode of Hell of a Boss?
Huh?
Huh. Okay.
So they're cousins?
Yeah, apparently Matilda is the cousin of Ben Shapiro. So
And they don't like each other.
Makes sense.
Yeah, come on. Comment. Like
Oh my goodness, my image makes me look shorter.
Well, it's because your hat. I mean,
Well, no, it's my head. My head's big.
Well,
You should use one of those big British Grenadier hats. It's just one of those ones that just go straight up.
You know what? It's funny. It's funny because the meme about Napoleon, which is which is mostly based on cartoony artwork to make fun of him.
I
is
hear.
that he's short.
Yes, we know.
I hear.
He was
I hear-
actually average height for the time.
We know that. We know that.
I hear it originated because his bodyguards were so tall that it made him look short in comparison. So I hear that's how the British propagandists got their idea from it.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
He's kicking our butts. What should we do? I know. We
Fucking
make
short.
him short.
Fuck, I'm gonna look at how much did Waterloo make? I'm actually curious now. How much did it make?
It was a box office bomb.
Oh, that's a
Unfortunately.
shame.
Worth
That's a
it.
shame.
Worth it.
And did you know what's its score on Rotten Tomatoes too?
Let me guess, not that high.
26.
I'm gonna assume because people don't like the Napoleon short man. Haha.
I'm gonna bring up. I'm gonna bring up. Roger Ebert had a.
Hold on, let me see. Let me look a bit.
Oh, apparently, I looked it up. No, she disavowed him.
Yeah. Well, comment. It's you can understand. Oh, geez. The actress disavowed her cousin Ben Shapiro. Gosh. I didn't see that coming. Whoa. No way.
I thought
Wow.
No, it's not. Yeah. Okay. So here is Roger Ebert gave the film 2 out of 4 stars, and
All right.
this is Bonda. We might as well just start the Waterloo segment.
All right, let's get into Waterloo. So, what do you have to say about?
We're talking about it right now. We're talking about how the reception.
Yeah.
And then.
So, what do you say about Waterloo?
Okay, I'm just gonna read all the critical reviews of it, and then we'll just talk about it.
All right.
So from Roger Ebert. So if Nat was here, he would know because he's like, oh, the critic that every critic for the past. All those pretentious critics looked up to.
Yeah.
So Bondarchuk is so overwhelmed by the thousands of Russian cavalry troops he'd been given to play with, and by his $25 million budget, $25 million for the time, and by his obsession for aerial photography, that his leading characters turn out scarcely more human than his extras. Another review from Stefan Confer of Time magazine. As for the Golden Age history and legend, they lie buried beneath this delayed replay of a primer on strategy. Another one. Visually impressive, but a rather silly attempt to explain Napoleon.
What a silly attempt to explain Napoleon, huh?
The film is called Waterloo, not Napoleon.
Well, not Napoleon. Ooh.
Come on, say that for
oh, wow.
The historians.
Ooh.
Ridley Scott comes in, he's like, you ass?
So are we talking to historians? Shit, count me in.
Here's another one. The sense of the film itself is another matter, and the particular dullness of Bondarchuk's attempt to translate history into cinema makes Waterloo a very bad film.
Wow.
New York Times. Trying to find. Oh, here it is. It plays out dutifully according to the history books, and that was a rotten review.
Ooh. Oh gosh, it's accurate to history. Fuck, I hate this.
And guess what the audience score is?
I'm gonna assume it's quite a drastic difference compared to the critical score.
83. 83.
Also, I looked this up. So Waterloo had a budget of, at the time, like 20 to 40 million. So 40 million nowadays would be over $300 million. So
Okay,
and
what's its box office?
it made 1.4 million at the time, so it's now 11 million. A little over 11 million. So
I'm just gonna post this. Wait.
It only made it. It was that.
It's pretty bad. Yeah, the box office was pretty bad, man. Like even at the time, like 40 million and like that's so like the budget's like ranging between like 20 something to 40 million. So if we're taking 40 million as like the maximum like of their budget, 1.4 million dollars, ooh, and even then compared to like 20 something million.
You want to know what's worse about it though? You don't know. Stanley Kubrick was actually working on a Napoleon film.
Really?
But after seeing the box office or like the reception of this film, he stopped because he thought nobody was into Napoleon films.
Yeah. That. I don't blame him though. Like 1.4 million compared to
he shut it on a movie about Paraguayan dictator Ilano Solán Lopez. I'm butchering the name.
Yeah, I don't know which film he did instead, but
you know,
I would have
the
loved
real
to
Napoleon. Sorry.
By the way, so what is Waterloo for?
Yeah.
So
why is it so important?
This is probably for most. If you're talking about best historical films, this is probably in the top 10. And for a multitude of reasons. One, it does. You want to know what's the most historically inaccurate part of the film?
What?
Some of the uniforms.
Ooh.
Uniforms.
Hold on. Real quick tangent.
Oh.
I got curious. I looked. So, like, because we're talking about Napoleon. You know, we already talked about Ridley Scott. I looked up who's writing the movie. The guy wrote The Day the Earth Stood Still, the remake. And that movie wasn't received too well. So.
Well, the writing isn't the important thing here.
Well, it's one of the important things. It's pretty important.
Yeah, it helps if. Usually, you get a stronger writing if you follow historical events. If you're you're sticking to the history.
Yeah. So I guess we just have to hope the writer has a better at the very least isn't running his mouth off like Ridley Scott.
No, this isn't going to be a case where it's Ridley Scott because it's going to be a regular habit of him.
All right.
But anyway, so back to Waterloo. So Waterloo, the only historical inaccurate is like there's a ball scene that's supposed to take place in a barn instead of a main ballroom.
Huh. A barn.
Yeah, like they converted like a stables to be more of a dance room for soldiers and stuff.
Well, I'm assuming, I'm assuming going in, there's like, the audiences, they're gonna be more, wild by, fancy room.
Yeah, of course. We're in this. That's the amount of historical inaccuracy we're dealing with. It's literally the meme of, it's just a minor issue. It's not a big deal. No. I
have clearly defeated you in intellectual combat. Hand over your channel and your ass.
Yeah, so we're dealing with like more minor stuff, like stuff that like even the costumes. You know how inaccurate the uniforms were? They were years out of date.
How many years?
Like a couple years.
Huh.
It's literally the case of because a theory is that part of this production because the director worked on a War and Peace adaptation. He just borrowed the uniforms from that production and for this one to serve part of the costuming.
Oh.
And since they have the Russian army, yes, this film was the extras in this film was the Soviet Union. So they voted positive for communism.
Oh, all right.
They forced soldiers to actually reenact
Does
Napoleon. But anyway,
only lasting 30 seconds with a mistress, Ray? That's a true story, is it?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, it is. But okay. So Waterloo does not take place during the rise of Napoleon. This is about the end. This is actually very similar to Downfall. Remember?
Oh,
like,
okay.
So think of that similar mindset of much like how in Downfall, it's about the final days of a famous person who conquered a lot of Europe and have like loyalty of men. But there are clear differences. One, Napoleon is not a genocidal maniac.
He's just a megaloman. He's just megalomaniacal.
Yeah, he's just megalomaniacal and a standard military commander. He just has a big ego.
That would explain his song. You know, I will rule the universe. I'm the glory, I'm the brave. I will go down in history forever. I'm greater than God.
Yeah, that's Napoleon. Luckily, he didn't do any like major war crimes.
Also, yeah.
Oh my gosh, really? Please stop talking. Holy shit, he's making...
Oh no!
He's making things worse. Ridley Scott, on shooting a sequence where Napoleon's cannons fire at the pyramids, quote, "I don't know if he did that, but it was a fast way of saying he took Egypt." What do you mean you don't know that? Ridley! You're making a biography about Napoleon, but you don't know if you don't know. I don't know his history, but I'm gonna make it anyways.
It's not like it's so hard to get information about Napoleon of all people.
Oh my gosh, Ridley, please stop talking.
Ridley, this is a history. It is a history book. Read it, please. Get this toilet paper out of my face.
Even if he didn't, even if we're gonna, even if we're gonna acknowledge he's just, throwing the history book out a window. Don't say that out loud, Ridley. Do you want people to watch your movie or not? I guess that's what Waterloo's for. I guess this is what this movie's for then, Waterloo. Because
it's not really that, because Ridley is trying to do a
biopic.
More of a biopic of his early life. It's probably going to just focus on the rise of Napoleon. This one is about his end. So it covers his first abdication of the throne, and then the events of him retaking France through the most badass way possible. Yes,
I'm here. Everybody falls down the floor. Hey, the emperor's back. Yeah.
No. Here's the scene. Just imagine this. So Napoleon had 1,000 guys because those were his retinue that he was allowed to bring into exile in the island of Elba.
Right.
He goes back to France to retake it because hoping that the unpopularity of the king of George Orson Welles is enough to support him to have a counter coup, have a coup so he can regain power. Okay, so Orson Welles sends over one of Napoleon's former generals with an army.
Oh, okay.
And then that army is there presenting, so basically putting the guns ready. It's not it's fully shoulder, so they will at the given order they will shoot. Napoleon had his men stop, and he just walks up in perfect view of the entire opposing army, and basically said, "Do you want to kill your emperor? Shoot me now." And then it does like this whole showdown thing, and then he goes, "Fire!" And then one guy faints, and they all go, "Yeah, Napoleon's back!" Because so this film highlights early on that Napoleon was loved by his men.
Really?
Not because, as opposed to like Hitler, where he had a bunch of sycophants. And stuff like this is genuine love.
Ooh, okay. So people...
Like he did good. Yeah, and then so what the film only covered it one time. It actually happened twice. The same thing happened twice.
Oh, okay.
So he retakes France, and then this is about then all the other nations say, "Oh no, Napoleon's back. We need to attack France."
Oh no.
So they declared war, not on France.
On Napoleon.
They declared Napoleon as a separate nation.
As an individual, they declared war on Napoleon.
That's amazing.
A coalition of the most powerful. A coalition of the most powerful European nations declares war on an individual.
Oh, that's beautiful.
On one French general. That means you have gotten somewhere if everyone declared war on you specifically. Not the nation that you lead, you.
That's talent. That's skill.
Yeah, so
Napoleon.
they got a really good Dan Schneider play. I think it's Dan Schneider. Rob Steiger plays Napoleon, and he does an excellent job. And then playing the Duke of Wellington is Christopher Plummer. Do you know who Christopher Plummer is?
Sounds familiar.
Have you watched The Sound of Music?
Oh wow, that is. Oh, that's a. Ooh, we should watch that. I love Sound of Music. That was a while ago, though.
Yeah, he plays the male lead.
Ah.
He plays the father.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Apparently, also, he played for a Roman film. He played Commodus.
Huh. Oh, okay.
Yo, I'm gonna dress up as Hercules and kill the shit out of a dwarf in an arena.
That's amazing.
I crippled the dwarf beforehand, so he doesn't have any chance of killing me.
Wait, the dwarf?
He's making a joke about how Commodus gains victories. How much?
It kind of reminds me of that movie. What's it called again? Bohart? Oh no, the communist one about the dictator. There's a scene where he participated in this race. He just shot everyone else, shot everyone else in the leg. And wonder.
Huh.
So this film.
Yeah.
Back to this film. It covers then so the first half it does like a standard war movie, where the first half is all about the setup for this battle, right? What the military commanders were thinking. You get some of you get some insight about the people who are going to participate in this battle, and then the second half is just the battle.
Like it's an hour and 15 minutes of just fighting.
Wow.
Yeah, straight fighting. And so what this film is great at, because they had
16,000 extras.
16,000 extras. That's
look in streaming background. You can just see the amount of people on the ground.
Yeah.
And that shot just keeps zooming. It'll just show more and more squares as it goes on. It was like,
that's some real great scale there.
Yeah, it's the closest thing
Oh,
America had was Gettysburg.
Oh,
and
fuck, dude! I'm not gonna lie. I can't help it now. But because we're talking about him, gosh, I'm now thinking back. I'm now actually thinking about it. There was a shot like this in the trailer for Napoleon, but wow, that really underscored the scale. Holy shit!
So this
it's really different when you're seeing actual people on the ground.
Like the scale here compared to like the Napoleon trailer, like wow, that's crazy. That's actually ridiculous. The scale going on, like that just makes it even more impressive. Like imagine what a nightmare it must be coordinating all this. This has got to be a nightmare.
Quote: soldiers of the Red Army were used as extras. Wait, damn it, that was on the different. Just a second.
All right, but like
it was all right. So basically, there's a few scenes where they cannot. They had to shoot a cavalry charge, and they cannot do it because the soldiers would keep fucking running away.
Hold on, real quick. I'm gonna show this on stream too. The picture you put in the background, because I just gotta showcase the scale here. This is so impressive. And and you're telling me like this is just the tip of the iceberg of the scale.
Yeah, you like this film is. You are able to, if you ever want to get into the Napoleonic era and want to know what it's like how the battles kind of generally feel like. The weakness in terms of the battle scene in this one, in my opinion, is that you don't get a lot of the lines shooting at each other.
No.
Okay.
Like you don't get that. It does feel like they're not. They just didn't have. I'm kind of mixed on it.
Okay.
Because that's kind of part of the fun, of course, with Napoleon. Because you do want to see guys, in their lines shooting at each other. Instead, it looks more like they're maneuvering, and then guys are shooting while they're moving.
Well, I'm going to assume that was
just a second, I got.
So
I'm going to assume that was a purposeful choice to make the fights more dynamic, more interesting to like the audience.
Well, I get that part, but it's like I think a film that did it better to have that dynamic while having that warfare is actually Gettysburg. Gettysburg generally, in my opinion, in terms of the battle scenes, and I am not gonna say in terms of character development and stuff because Gettysburg is 4-hour film minimum.
Yeah.
So, and this is 2.5 hours, and apparently there was 4 hours of footage, but they cut it for the theatrical release, and it didn't do well, so they didn't release the director's cut.
Okay.
Biggest shame.
But
what this film does better than Gettysburg is the scale and the actual maneuverability of troops. What it feels like you see where troops, how Napoleon armies, even though Napoleon is like decades before the Civil War, and the Civil War has its own unique thing going on, but it's like at the early part of the war it was heavily based on Napoleonics, so you get to see like, oh, so this is how armies were moving at the time, and what it just feels like in that grand scale battle.
You see Stu in the back room?
In the back room again? Okay, let me see. Oh my gosh, it just keeps getting bigger.
Yeah.
It just keeps getting bigger.
all the ones running around it are horses.
Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. Yeah, I got commend this. Just this. Again, that must have been.
This is a film you need to see, honestly. This is like one of those films that, if you're ever at all, is like, especially when you kind of compare to see the impressiveness of like battle scenes. Like for me, like in terms of more modern film, not more modern, 20 years ago, Lord of the Rings. Like those battle scenes are impressive, and they were the ones that show CGI, use CGI to heighten it. Because the only reason they managed to get this amount of extras at this scale with the budget they had was they used the Soviet army.
They used the Soviets. Okay, but still though, just that really does, just dawn on you when you realize that's all, actual.
Those are real people.
Yeah, that's what it just really dawns on you, just the scale going on there.
It makes you feel like, man, they don't make films like they used to.
Then John's going through his boomer phase. They just don't make them like they used to. No, but like...
Yeah, like I'm more accepting of like the more modern stuff. By the way, so... I know one thing that is actually historically accurate in the new Napoleon film.
There is?
That you think that it's ridiculous.
Okay, what is it?
The battle over the frozen lake.
Oh, that was real?
Napoleon did draw an army to a frozen lake, and he did commit the war crime of firing cannons into the lake.
I'm going to assume, though...
It's not a war crime if you win. He didn't win.
No, it was the battle that he won.
I'm talking about the war.
Oh yeah, the war.
I'm going to assume, just based on what you guys are telling me, that scene in the trailer, the scale's kind of small there too. I'm just gonna assume that.
It's probably gonna be really big, but he's gonna use CGI.
Well, yeah.
Which is fine. It's fine. It's fine. And also, oh yeah, the charge of the horsemen. One of the shots is actually based on a famous painting.
Oh, okay. That's actually kind of cool. That I can admit, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, like this is clear was made by people who loved the time period. And wanted to do it right.
I don't know what's going on in
So-
Ridley Scott's mind. Ridley Scott, what do you think about people who are, gonna point out the historical inaccuracies? Fuck them. Okay.
Look, he was like this with all of his other films, so it's like...
Yeah, but still, though, it's like... You shouldn't be saying
films that...
You shouldn't be saying that, man.
Yeah.
So, did Napoleon win this battle? Waterloo?
No. This was his final defeat. So essentially, the battle was, if you want to know, is essentially the Duke of Wellington was holding a hill. And unfortunately, in this battle, so Napoleon he had to battle two armies. He had to battle the Prussians and the British and their allies.
Alright.
And after beating the Prussians so far, he had to leave 1/3 of his army to go chase the Prussians to try to get him away from his main battle that was going against the Duke of Wellington. One problem. When he got there, he couldn't set up his cannons. You want to know why?
Why?
Raining. It was pouring rain. And then he had to delay his attack, which is important at this one because he's trying to prevent reinforcements. So he's trying to take him out before reinforcements comes. He had to wait until after 11 o'clock. And so that was one challenge in front of him. And then
Wow.
Not to mention he was going through some health issues at the time.
Oh, really?
Because he's getting up there in years. Yes.
He had stomach cancer.
It's not cancer?
He had stomach cancer.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Ooh, yeesh. Yikes.
It was still a few years before he died, but he
still,
might have
though.
had it at the time.
Yeah, still, yeesh.
Yeah, it was. He had to deal with that. He had to do it was like the fates were against him in this battle.
Yeah,
And-
it really was like God's like, really said like, and God said, "Sorry, Napoleon, you gotta take the L." Aw.
You're too powerful. I gotta knock you down.
You're too powerful there, man. I gotta knock you down. Aw.
You're getting a little too prideful there.
Anyway, so his main goal is to take out on the hill. So the Duke of Wellington deployed troops on 2 farmhouses lowered down the hill, while also maintaining his force on the ridge area. And one of the hills, one of the farmhouses, Gugemol, was under siege for 8 hours. It took 8 hours for the French to take over. And then the one on the left flank kept on changing hands throughout the entire battle. And remember, this is time, so he needs to essentially get his army on top of the hill, because once you get on top of the hill, you can...
Yeah, you
which
have to advance.
usually means Wellington is in the retreat, you beat them. And he had to send in waves. He was out for a few seconds because of his stomach cancer, and one of his commanders, when the Duke of Wellington pulled his troops back from the ridge, he thought that they were retreating. And what do you...
So obviously...
What do you do?
Yeah,
send in...
Yeah, you're gonna charge. There's our chance, boys!
Yeah, he sent in the cavalry, which led to the shots that you're being shown with the squares, which was a common tactic for infantry to be anti-cavalry.
Because horses aren't willing to charge onto bayonets. Because they know,
Yeah, ooh.
long pointy thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck it up if I charge it.
That could fuck me up. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, so you had all that, and then he had to finally send in his old guard. So, like, his veterans, his top-tier troops. And
So
then...
how'd they feel?
The Prussians showed up at that moment in the film, but also Wellington did volley fire, did a version of volley fire.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah, and God said to Napoleon, "Oh, you think you're better than me? Enjoy stomach cancer." But still though, stomach cancer though. Ooh, yeesh.
Yeah. Also, and like the British didn't have an easy time either. They lost a lot of commanders. This film definitely shows that how quickly you can die as a commander of men.
So what was like the
Without snipers?
Wait, there were snipers?
Around this time, snipers were becoming more of a common thing.
Okay.
This is when rifling was invented. But in Europe,
incorrect.
it wasn't.
Incorrect. Wait. Rifling existed for a long time,
Okay.
way before this, but it's just a bitch to reload. It took so much longer than like muskets or arquebuses
Right.
until the invention of like how they made for like rifles in like the Civil War. So it just wasn't economical to give people rifles because they took so long to reload. You would get like specialist units. Sometimes they use rifles, but your average guy, like 90% of your army is not going to be using rifles.
Yeah, and like essentially, you rarely have dedicated skirmishers, but snipers was not a big deal in this type of warfare. It was mostly in like the Americas when there's a lot of like trees and stuff in the battlefields, and then the Civil War when the rifling got really good.
And for like Europe, it would be World War One, where it's really starting to pop up.
Okay.
And
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was saying, in Vietnam, the trees speak Vietnamese. In America, the trees speak English.
They're in the trees. They're in the goddamn trees!
No, wait.
There's a few.
He's in the trees. He's in the every tree.
There's
a few more shots.
Oh, okay. Alright. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like in general, that's like the general flow of the film. This is definitely a spectacle film. I highly recommend you watch.
All those people on the hill. Holy shit.
Yeah. And also because of the extras, they are able to show the scale of casualties.
I see that. Oh my gosh, those are all just dead bodies. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Show them on screen. Some of the pictures.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I'll show the. There we go. Want to see a pile of dead bodies? Whammo! Oh my goodness, that's crazy. The scale there. And then, look at this shot here. The scale here, like you see all these people here. That's impressive. You see all this going on at the hill. That's all people too. It's like, oh my gosh, the scale. That's crazy.
Look at it. You can see all the people on the opposite side of the hill.
Yeah.
On the opposite hill.
Yeah.
There's so many people.
I know.
16,000 extras.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it does have a good job of highlighting. The only other historical complaint I would personally have is there's a scene where the final part where a group of the old guard is surrounded, and they were asked to surrender, and they refused. And so they brought out the cannons.
The guy shouts, all right, what is your reply? Shit!
Well, here's the funny part about the actual. So he survives, ends up getting captured, and he claims to never actually have said shit or the other one. That another badass quote. He did not. So, but when he died, the French says "screw you" and points that line on the statue.
Listen, man. This is too. It's too badass. But I never said it. Not my problem. It's too badass.
Plus, for the film as well, you it's like, ooh, dang, that's cool.
Well, I mean, my main thing actually is it should have been bloodier.
It should have been bloodier.
To be fair,
had this type
that would
of
have been
shot.
a lot of money. That would be a lot of money to spend.
Yeah, it would be a lot of money, but
CJ, I wasn't a thing back then. I don't think
they have 16,000 extras. I don't think they get.
I don't think they can make that much
more on blood and stuff like that would be a
what? So this is another film. And go to 1 minute 42. Just watch it off screen, and they use a type of shot called grape shot, and you see what the actual grape shot does.
Oh, I know about grape shots. Grape shots.
But you want to see the actual devastation it does?
Well, it's really fucking devastating. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm aware, man.
The film is a lot more like treated as if they shot with a round shot.
What's the time
a bit
stamp?
More. 1 minute 42.
42. All right. Grape shot. Boom. Phew. Yep. And they literally go knock it down like bowling balls.
Yep.
Yeah. It's pretty bad. Yeah. So I know about grape shots. Yeah. So but so this is a real battle that happened. So what? I guess it's not really a spoiler. So what was what was the moment that Napoleon pretty much that was like the deciding factor when, okay, no, Napoleon.
Prussians showed up.
The Prussians. That's when
The Prussians.
that was the moment that just went.
That's another army showing up against you.
And that's the
Yeah,
moment when
and
Napoleon.
third of your army is
was
elsewhere.
already. Yeah.
Mm.
He was weakened, and it was like the film and basically Napoleon was the film treated he had to be dragged out of the battlefield
Huh.
because it seemed like in at least in the film version he wants to die with his men.
But honorable.
And then
thing.
he stomach cancer.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and sent back to another island.
He was not treated well on that island. The first time was like, all right, you get 1,000 guys, you get to, you're gonna be emperor of the island. that's the actual term they use for him.
Wow.
Kind of prickish. But he was basically he lived with he had the red carpet treatment for a prisoner, and then the second island. They had an entire British, basically a small army, and 2 warships constantly circling the island.
Oh my gosh!
At all times.
Oh my.
Yeah, like they really hated Napoleon.
Like they're treating him like he's like Tai Lung from Kung Fu Panda. Like remember Kung Fu Panda? Like he was like
They didn't want him to come.
There were so many guards and all that, and he was just chained up and
Well, the second he gets out, all right, you're upset the war again.
But it's like they treat Napoleon like he's Tai Lung from Kung Fu Panda. Like, no, you're not getting away. Oh my goodness.
All we needed was a goose feather to get out.
What?
No, are you saying
He was making a Kung Fu Panda joke.
Oh.
Oh no! Like some guy coming on a rowboat to check on him.
Yeah, but no, I don't think so. I don't think so, because the stomach cancer would get to him eventually.
Yeah, he was also very depressed.
Oh, he was?
He was beaten.
Well, just look at him.
Just look at him. Yeah, that's not a very happy man there.
I mean, he lost his. He became emperor.
You know what it is also now I notice about like some paintings of Napoleon? I think what also makes him seem short is he's a little
chubby.
Yeah, a little tubby there. And so like from a distance it kind of makes him look like it makes him look round, and you don't really think of round guys as big, vertical wise. So it kind of makes him look, it could kind of give the impression like, oh, it's like this. It's just this chubby little short dude. Oh, okay. So, I think that also doesn't help Napoleon. So perception.
St. Helena was the island he was exiled.
Was he chubby before his exile or after his exile?
I don't know. Was he?
Wait, what?
Was Napoleon chubby before or after he got depressed?
Before.
Before?
It's it's more of an age thing for him.
Okay.
He kind of got old.
You know what? That also probably doesn't help. Like, when people think Napoleon, they're probably thinking of like that Napoleon. When he's old and depressed. He's kind of fat. And plus when you're older, you do somewhat get a little shorter, admittedly. So that's why they, that's their image of Napoleon.
Yeah. But yeah, that's essentially the film. Like the film is like not that complicated, and it doesn't need to be. It's great as telling. It's essentially a good way to show you what Napoleon's final days were in his final battle.
There's the other option.
What was the other option?
He could have become a Southern American warlord. I think it was like Simon Bolivar was like writing letters to Napoleon, wanting him to come over to South America.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Simon Bolivar is a very fascinating historical figure.
Simon Bolivar was the guy who led the Southern American Revolution. against the Spanish.
Oh.
Yeah, so he just imagine he was like George Washington, but he was more inspired by Napoleon. And he tried his best to make a place called Grand Columbia, but then
well, that place doesn't
quickly
exist. So
after
what,
his
what
death,
happened?
interfactionalism.
Woo! Let's
Corruption.
go! Corruption and infighting! Yeah!
Like essentially, all those countries didn't like each other. Only Simon Boulevard was able to wrangle them together for a bit.
He died, and the whole thing blew up. I think it blew up even
while he was alive.
I think like
it was pretty quickly.
Ooh.
It was either he died like it was either like right before. I think he died also from cancer.
Really? Ah, damn.
Let's see
Man,
here.
cancer was even back then. Cancer was just a bitch. It just keeps getting everyone. Fuck.
Like, here. Tuberculosis.
Ooh.
It's worse.
Ooh, yeah. Eesh. Ooh, you don't want to get that. Eesh.
Here's Bolivar.
Alright.
And like a lot of South American countries love him, so.
Yeah.
To be fair, he kicked out the Spanish.
Oh, and plus, just look at him, like, yeah. If I was a dude back then, I would be like, yeah, he's cool. He looks cool.
He's a lot better than Santa Anna.
Santa Anna.
He was the Emperor of Mexico.
Oh yeah.
Who lost the war to. He was the guy in charge of Mexico when Texas became independent.
I didn't
partly
know
because
I didn't even know that a city was named after the guy. That's crazy. You ever been to Santa Ana? In California? Well, no, it's in California, so no. But like, it's the main demographic there is, of course, of the Hispanic type. So
I don't know about his legacy among Hispanics, but he was not a very competent leader.
He was a political dictator, and the second he left, everything fell apart.
Oof.
He was forced to leave because he decided to pick a couple of fights.
Okay. I'm gonna be president. No re-elections. I won re-election. Remember, no re-elections, people. I'm gonna win. I just won re-election. But people just love me.
Okay.
And then he decided, hey, Texas, you can't secede.
Ah.
And then Texas seceded. It's like, I'm gonna poke a bear about Texas. What? They're bringing in America? Who cares? America is just a little country. Who's in charge of America? Polk. Oh no.
Even back.
Polk goes all poking around.
Even back then, you don't mess with America's military-industrial complex. Well, no, it didn't exist back then, but still, I like to make the joke.
It existed.
Oh, it did? It existed back then too? Let's go! You don't mess with the American military-industrial complex! Remember the Alamo!
Come on, like.
Oh wait, that was the. Oh, he was behind the Alamo?
That was the war.
That was the Texas independence. Which, by the way, the Alamo.
Davy Crockett.
That was him.
The Alamo was I want to actually see the 2004 Alamo film because apparently it's actually a very historically accurate film, which also conveniently bombed at the box office. Partly because it was done by Disney.
What is I'm looking around. What is the most successful historical movie? Historical.
Be like Lawrence of Arabia.
Now it's just damn it. They're just telling me, oh, here are the best films. I'm talking about like financially. Whatever. Lawrence of Arabia? Really? How much did that make? Lawrence of Arabia, 1962. Box office. You made 70 million. All right. Oh my gosh, that's like a 4-hour movie. Holy shit.
Yeah, that one is old movie from the 60s.
Yeah, that's, oh my gosh. Okay, 1962. So, inflation calculator. So, 70 million? How much would that be today? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That would be 700 million. Ooh, wow. Hey, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. All right. Wow.
Maybe Hacksaw Ridge?
Really?
Also?
Hacksaw Ridge? How much?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what how successful that was.
Is that the one with Andrew Garfield?
Yes.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched it though. I've been meaning to though. Shit. That made.
Yeah, you should watch it. It's the.
I know.
Funny enough, the historical inaccuracies is about. It is more related to what they did not show.
Wait, hold on. This movie came out 2016. Okay, so inflation would it be hopefully not that bad? Please don't tell me it's that bad. I swear, if inflation, I'm putting an inflation calculator right now. If the inflation is that bad from 2016 to 2023, I'm going to be mad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be really fucking mad. I'll probably be mad. $180.5 million. So that would be. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought, but it's still kind of, it's a big jump. We're in the 200s now.
Alright, so you know what else came out in 2015, the year before?
Oh yeah. God, has it? Fuck. Force Awakens was 2015?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Well,
So-
in Napoleon, his story is keeping on going,
Uh,
or at least a part of his story, a part of him's story.
no, that's great. You know what it is? Because oh no, go ahead.
No,
I was
a
gonna
part
say.
of him is still having history
Yeah.
inside a box under a bed in New Jersey.
In New Jersey.
Wait, what?
Napoleon.
Comment. You don't know
comment.
about Napoleon's
the
penis.
saga of Napoleon's penis.
You don't. We've talked about this
Oh
before.
yeah.
We talked about
Oh,
before.
yeah,
Comment.
Well,
Were you not here when we were talking about Comment?
oh yeah, that's
It's been a while.
Oh my goodness.
Napoleon's penis ended up getting cut off and like swapped around between a whole bunch of different collectors and museums.
Yeah.
And now it has ended up in a box under the bed of a New Jersey woman's house, and she doesn't really have any intention to get it out. It's been described as like a lump of leather.
Oh my gosh, that's fucking disgusting, but it's also really funny. Why?
Alright, can we just...
Because
They hated him.
yeah. Okay, one last thing, Ninjao. Why Comet? Because why not? That's really it at the end of the day. Who wouldn't want to have the opportunity to go around telling people, I have Napoleon's penis in my house?
That sounds a little bit funny how someone just looked with something. They put that box somewhere in the kitchen. Someone looked with something to eat and I think it was beef jerky.
Oh, please. Okay, now you really disgust me, there, Comment. Okay, moving on. Force Awakens, Comment. Let's talk about a bad Star Wars movie. I don't want to talk about how people are describing Napoleon's penis anymore. You made it disgusting. It was funny at first, now it's disgusting. War never changes, Ray. Well, speaking of war, what about the wars? In the stars.
In space!
In the stars. Ooh. Star Wars. Alright. So yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Fandom Wars. This is the Fandom Wars.
Alright, so the beginning of the shit, Ray? Yeah. So
it really depended on the movie afterwards.
Yeah, that's we talked about this before we like unmuted when we were starting the show. Really, so I'm gonna steal it right as bad. So let me give some context. So I decided to rewatch Force Awakens because I'm a fucking masochist, I guess. No, but it was really because Comet was gonna talk. So it's really because of Comet's topic that we're gonna be talking about next, which is Battlefront 2. And put a chicken and make it lame and gay, right? Yeah. But no, it was like, because I was going to talk about Battlefront 2. It's like, ooh, Battlefront 2, that's cool. I remember Battlefront 2. Oh, go ahead.
The 2005 one.
Yes.
The new one.
Yes, I know. I know. I should specify that. But like, you're like, oh, I remember Battlefront 2. And then that kind of got me somewhat reminiscent of Star Wars. And I just ended up going, you know, and this is actually my mentality. You know, I'm making a thumbnail for the podcast. I kind of just want to put a stormtrooper next to the clone trooper. That's really it.
You couldn't pick any of the original trilogy, and you
no,
the sequel.
No.
Oh yeah.
No, I chose
to interrupt for 1 second.
Yeah.
We got Waterloo on YouTube for free.
Oh really?
Oh, yeah.
And Knott's Movie Talk. I put it in there.
Oh.
So if you guys want to watch it, it's right here.
Oh.
It's 2 hours, and that's how I watch
wow.
it. Warning on the volume. If you try to watch it on TV, it may actually come out quiet, and you have to put on max volume.
Right.
So just be warning.
Oh wow, audio just starts playing immediately when I press it. All right. Fuck, I'm just gonna put in the chat too. Here we go. Here's Waterloo for free on YouTube. I'm gonna bookmark this actually. But anyways, so yeah, that's the whole reason why I watched Force Awakens. well, what I also told you guys as before this podcast is also true as well. I did end up, I was putting a Stormtrooper, and then I ended up genuinely kind of somewhat nostalgic for Force Awakens. Like, you know, I kind of want to watch this again. Just mostly to see, not really if it's a good movie still. This rewatch was more or less, can I still enjoy this movie? Like, just casually. Like, because I'm not a bit, because, you know, yes, I, you know, everyone knows about Star Wars. Like, that's inevitable at this point. Cultural osmosis is gonna make you know a lot of shit about Star Wars. I watched the Clone Wars growing up.
Plus, with your track record, Ching, is you're used to enjoying not good movies with Transformers.
Well, because okay, let me just tell you right now. Usually, some of the bad stuff I watch, there's sort of an ironic enjoyment going on there. And so, with this rewatching Force Awakens, it was kind of both. Can I enjoy this ironically? Also, kind of want to see, can I actually find genuine enjoyment out of this movie again? Because the only time I watched this movie before, earlier today, was when it first came out in theaters, back in 2015. Never watched it again after that. But then, you know, so, you know, like, I was like, you know, I haven't seen it since I saw it in theaters. Might as well just watch it again, just to see if I can enjoy it again. Like, so, I'm gonna say right off the bat, like, this was not really a movie to make me go, okay, I'm gonna see if, like, there's anything, you know, like, objectively good about this movie, because, like, at this point, it's the year of our Lord 2023, what hasn't been said about Force Awakens? Like, this movie has been torn apart to pieces by everyone on the internet now. Like, everyone's got some beef with the movie. From all sides of the whole thing, you know, people who hate the movie, and even people who like the movie now, they look back and they're going, you know, there's problems with the movie. You know what? So, there's really no point in treading that ground, so it was really just, again, I just kind of want to see, can I just casually watch this and enjoy this movie? Yes? Question mark? So, I'm gonna be completely honest. There was a part of the movie where I just started blinking out. It really is like kind of like the middle part, like it's like around the time like when you start meeting Han Solo and those guys, like that's when the part where I just I just kind of start blinking out, to be honest.
Well, yeah, that part is is just a complete nothing burger in
Because
the grand scheme of things.
you somewhat because you can't this movie really is kind of a thing where I just mostly remember the beginning and the end, and just somewhere in the middle I just kind of blanked out, like oh wow, we're already towards the end now. Oh wow, okay. So yeah, so there's just a part of the movie where I just kind of blink out. I just start doing like other stuff while the movie's watching in the background. And eventually, something happens that makes me turn my attention again. And I go, oh, we're already at the at the climax. Okay, third act. All right, I'll pay attention again.
Oh, Ray is captured again. Okay, we're finally getting into the plot point. Ray is captured.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, the movie's. So I guess I could say it wasn't as enjoyable as the first time I watched it, because there wasn't a blank. Then again, I watched this back in 2015, so I don't remember if I blanked out in the middle section back then too or not. So yeah, it's really, yeah, it's still somewhat enjoyable. There's stuff here, honestly, that I look at that I go, it's not as bad as the internet makes it, out to be. I guess one thing I could start with is I guess Ray herself. Oh, Ray. Oh, I'm so scared. Fuck. Oh, Ray in this movie is she's fine. Like that's kind of my honest opinion. Really, she's just okay. She's fine. Really, a lot of complaints people have about like the sequel trilogy. Looking back at it and plus rewatching it again today, it really isn't until the next movie that came out with Ryan Johnson that things start really turning for the worse.
It kind of retroactively made Force Awakens worse.
Yeah. Yeah,
because
exactly.
So that's the thing. It's like a lot of the problems in this films is like one of those easily solvable.
Yeah.
You can easily solve, like, okay, we did a rehash of A New Hope, and then while resetting everything back to big empire, small rebellion. Okay, it's like, okay, in my personal opinion, it was not a good direction for a sequel trilogy, but hey, we're stuck with it. So maybe the next one will improve upon the characters, once we get to Luke, and Luke being the proper mentor figure. Like much like The Empire Strikes Back, like this is the trilogy that needed a good Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Like the original trilogy, Empire Strikes Back could have been maybe weaker than it was. And still be a good trilogy because the first one is such a great movie. But this one needed a strong middle movie to get a point, to kind of have people understand what's the point of this trilogy. Because that was the problem with the prequels. The prequels didn't had a point, but the way it went to that point was not that good.
Yeah.
At all. It's like, it's the most interesting part about the prequel trilogy is the world building and the stuff around it rather than the actual plot. And this one, it has neither. Because all it has is nostalgia.
But at the same okay, someone's actually okay, you're bumping your mic a lot. Whoa. Mayday! Mashley going down! What? Oh, never mind. I just heard a bunch of interference on your end.
I just took off my jacket and it brushed across the mic.
Okay. This is like, oh, Mayday! Going down!
Sorry.
Oh, that's alright. But yeah, so Ray, for example, like when talking about Ray, like she's okay here. Like if the Last Jedi could have been an opportunity to expand upon Rey and make her, even more interesting. Because here
And
she's
also maybe
she's okay.
fix some incidents like her fixing the Millennium Falcon rather than
I'm gonna be honest.
like
I'm kind of okay on that, to be honest. Like, yes, you're kind of stretching. Yes, you are sort of. Well, not sort of. You are stretching it like, oh well, you know, she scavenges ships, so you know she should know how stuff works. Like, okay, but that's a reason that if you stretch it far enough, it could kind of work. You know, it's sort of, you know, it's passable reason. It's not a good reason. But you know, it's passable enough to
You can get away with it.
Exactly, you could get away with it. You know how she was able to fix the Millennium Falcon. Second movie really was a chance to, you know, expand upon that. Like you know, when she was young, you know, she liked, you know, like repairing, you know, ships and stuff, something like that. Something
just straight up give her weaknesses too. Like
true.
You know they could have done with that Millennium Falcon. She could have been right, but she was right in a certain situation. But she ended up making
or you know what, you as far as I know, what you could have done, you honestly could have just passed this off too. It was honestly, I firmly believe if she just said this, people wouldn't be as mad. Like, how'd you fix the Millennium Falcon? I don't know. Oh. Like it's you can pass it off as, like, you know, a joke, like, oh wow, so just one wrong move, we could have all just died. Oh shit. Damn. I firmly believe people would have been more okay with that than, you know, oh, I bypassed the compressor, or whatever she said. That's what I firmly believe. People would be more accepting of that. But yeah, the second movie really could have had an opportunity to, you know, expand upon, you know, oh, not only does she scavenge stuff, you know, she like repairing stuff on her spare time and stuff. That's like, or stuff like, you know, like or fucking, you know, stuff like, you know, like oh, you know, the Millennium Falcon is, you know, is famous now. You know, it's a famous ship. You know, it's the you know, it is the poster boy starship for, you know, Star Wars. So like at this time, you know, people would know about, like, I studied all about the Millennium Falcon. You know, like, I studied all about it, you know, like, wow. Oh.
Yeah, the sequel would also help with explaining, like, her power-up with the Force on the fights.
Yeah, that part did, admittedly, is kind of the one where I kind of, you know, go, okay, you know, maybe that's not really that excusable. Like, okay, she can lightsaber fight now. Okay.
Well,
yeah, like, that was another problem, is, like, it kind of felt like, okay, she gets to know these Force powers just when it doesn't feel like it's planned. It's more like, okay, this is the time. It's like a video game where, okay, this segment, you learn this ability now.
Also this.
Well?
No, I was saying, she used the staff, right? Original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My thing is like, so.
Well, give her the Darth Maul lightsaber.
Yeah, I also think when using a regular lightsaber, she should have been a little more clumsy.
They kind of pass it off as like that. The choreography, she is a little. I could kind of see it, but again, you know, you are sort of, you know, squinting a bit, you know, so you gotta admit that.
Can I use it? But it's not. She's not. Muscle memory is working against her.
But basically, everything I just said here, like with Rey, like, you know, what hasn't been said about her from this movie already, it really, like, again, the main point really just kind of comes down to the second movie really should have been good to expand upon and address everything in the first movie, but it didn't. You know, we know how that turned out. So hey, but you know, Last Jedi was their opportunity. You know, and again, we know how that turned out. So, and
yeah, they got the Ridley Scott of Star Wars films to do it.
I don't know what else there. Yes. Oh yeah. Yes, I do still think Finn should have been the main character. Yeah, everything about him, like setting up Finn, was super interesting, and they could have done so much with him. But again, we know how that turned out. So. Yeah,
especially with him and Poe, like, you know, he's the one that connects, like, Poe
Yeah.
and Rey together. It's like
Like on paper, Finn is such a very interesting character. A stormtrooper raised from childhood to be, indoctrinated as, into this like pseudo empire faction going on. So like you gotta really, that's such a very, interesting concept there to, expand upon, explore. How does a stormtrooper, from childhood, indoctrinated to love this new empire, what makes him, betray it? Like, that's so cool. But, again, that never happened. Because Rey's the main character, not Finn. So...
yeah, even though we start the film with Finn and Poe,
but...
it's not about Finn and Poe.
But then again, like, even if Rey was always going to be the main character from the beginning, again, a second movie could have been a chance to then take Finn's character in a new direction then. But at the same time, still kind of, expanding upon the idea of, oh, what made you turn against the Empire? Besides, oh, Rey, I like Rey, so you could have done something else there, so...
Or him being like a coward and trying to get bravery, have that stupid Rosa plot line. we can't destroy what we hate. We have to protect those we love.
I'm not gonna lie, you're kind of actually make me want to rewatch Last Jedi. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Remember we tried to...
You're a masochist, okay?
We watched that film one point together. I couldn't believe how long it was and nothing was happening.
Yeah,
Did we watch
it's
that
literally
I don't remember that. But
it's definitely a film that nothing was happening. That one.
Yeah. What else? Oh, Oscar Isaac. I want to point this out because I always mention this. Oscar Isaac is such a fascinating case because I guess you could say chalk it up to also the talent, but also his kind of direction as well. His performance gives such a completely different like energy compared to like Dune. I always go back to Dune, because like Dune, as Duke Leto Atreides, Oscar Isaac performance, he gives off this this bravado, this air of like of an actual leader in a sense, which shows you like, oh man, given the right material, Oscar Isaac could be really good. Like wow, like hell yeah. And then, but then over here, you can like. It honestly, at the same time, it honestly kind of makes me go, huh, that's right. He was Duke Leto Atreides in Dune. Huh. That's interesting. And, to be fair, Oscar Isaac is a really good actor. Like, he has range. Like, he's shown that plenty of times before. But, like, it really does kind of show you that, like, well, I don't know, whatever, I don't know, just whatever direction they gave him here is, like, you compare it to all his other roles, it's like, man, they kind of, they kind of snubbed you, man. They kind of fucked up. You could have been so much more. All right, I don't know. Poe definitely felt like in this movie, like they were setting up to be. Poe's interesting because like he's the X-wing fighter guy and all that, but that's cool. But like his dynamic with everyone, it feels like he was kind of sort of like the new Han Solo in a sense. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got the feeling of that he was the Han Solo. Like you had he was kind of like the Princess Leia / Han Solo, like the new characters was essentially, hey, let's just take the Han, Luke, and Leia stuff from the previous trilogy and just put a spin on it. Like, so for example, like Rey was clearly supposed to be Luke, and the weird thing happens when you get to the guys because Finn has aspects of Han Solo, of being a former. In terms of him, you don't know which direction they were gonna take him to the story, whether he's gonna join the rebels or go against the rebels or like serve himself.
Yeah, he's kind of the the odd one out there. So
yeah, and then you have Poe Dameron where he has the X-wing pilot of Luke, the role of Leia, but then also
he's kind of
that cockiness of Han Solo.
Yeah, so Poe's like this amalgam. So. And again, they could have done something with it, but we know that didn't really go anywhere. It's like
because they just were real hard of trying to be
that really is
New
just
Hope.
That really is just kind of the main point I've come to now with Force Awakens. They could have done more, but we know how
they chose to reboot.
It was unambitious.
Oh, what was that?
It was unambitious. It was ambitious.
It was a film because Disney wanted to make a movie that would appease the fans that were mad at
the prequel
trilogy.
Yeah. And in a sense, at least when it came out, it did. Like, you can't deny, when this movie came out, reception was like, oh my gosh, we're so back, fellas, let's go! Yeah! And then it really wasn't, again, it really wasn't until The Last Jedi that things took a sour turn, that everyone went, this is creepy.
So I know I did listen to people who was like, yeah, it's a good movie, but there were some problems with it. And it was that attitude of like the next one would fix it.
Yeah.
And then it did the exact opposite and just made everything
really,
worse.
Like, everything was very positive when it came to initial reception to this movie. Like, even people had a problem with this movie. There was, the optimism, the hope, in a sense. Star Wars hope, get it? There was the hope that, the next movie could, make this trilogy, even better. Ooh. When, they wanted the next Empire. People wanted the next Empire Strikes Back. That's what they wanted. Didn't get that, obviously. So, again, we know how things turned out now. But, yeah. And, I kind of didn't mention it on, like, a bunch of other guys, like Kylo Ren and all that guys. I don't know, they're okay. I don't know. Kylo Ren's fine. He's fine. I'm gonna be honest. That's just kind of it when it comes to this movie. Looking back at Force Awakens. Force Awakens is fine. And obviously, we know now all the, the glaring problems with this movie. That just gets worse with the other movies that came out afterwards. But in like a vacuum, it's okay. It's fine. It's
like my as I told you, like my big problem was my opinion when I first saw it in theaters was this was just Star Wars the reboot.
Yeah. And I could see that.
It felt
when
I saw it, I felt like I was like mixed on it. I didn't. It felt more like they were trying to change stuff of like to suit more of nostalgia, essentially the nostalgia for the original trilogy.
Well, yeah, I can see that, and knowing the context and everything, I can see why they did it again, because the sequel trilogy in general feels, at least with Force Awakens, feels like, okay, people don't like the prequel trilogy. Let's not do anything like that. We gotta go back to what made the original trilogy great. And that's what they focused on so much. That's why this movie kind of feels like just it's the soft reboot of Star Wars, because Disney was so scared. Oh fuck, we can't do anything like the sequel. Fuck that. I mean the prequels. Fuck all that. Nothing like the prequels, guys. Because otherwise, no one's gonna watch our new Star Wars movie. So
Yeah, they literally grabbed J.J. Abrams, who's a director that's not the guy you want for originality in your reboots.
Well, we know about J.J. Abrams now. You know, he is who he is. So he is who he is. You know. But yeah, really, it's just this. That's really kind of it. This movie is fine. It was clearly. You could also tell this was clearly meant to be, you know, setting up, you know, a new trilogy and all that. That's with all the, you know, plot points unaddressed and all that. They wanted the sequel and stuff. Really, it's. I guess that's just the moral of the story for this topic. We know how it turned out. Oh yeah. We know how it turned out.
It's not worth it. You already know what it turns out. It's not really worth it on its own.
We know how it turned out, so that's the moral of the story. At one point it was good, Ray? Star Wars? I'm not gonna get into that yet, because I'm not too big into Star Wars, so I
there
guess
was always problems with Star Wars. There was always problems, but people enjoyed them a lot more on times than others.
Yeah.
Other times.
So I guess.
But there are people who says that it was never good to begin with, and those people are just wrong.
Well. So I guess speaking of going back to the times that were good when it comes to Star Wars, 2005, a certain game came out, Comet.
Yes, Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Around the same time that Revenge of the Sith came out.
Yeah.
And you know that. But anyway,
501st Diaries about how they conquered the galaxy, killed all the Jedi.
Yeah. This pretty much goes through the events of the prequel trilogy. Well, start with episode 2, then then work as a tutorial, then go through episode 3. This game also canonized the 501st into the Star Wars universe, which is a real life Stormtrooper fan club, pretty much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a fan club that does charity work.
Oh, yeah. and then they turned that into an actual,
Yeah, led by Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the single player campaign, which is a lot more better than the first games.
Yeah, or the new Battlefront 2 campaign.
Alright. So this Battlefront campaign is just the 501st during Defense of Revenge of the Sith.
And all the way up to the Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, essentially it tells their origins and then it ends with their greatest triumph, and then stops before their greatest fall.
Okay.
All narrated by Tamara Morrison.
Let's go, man.
AKA Boba Fett.
Yeah.
AKA,
and Jango Fett.
AKA Aquaman's dad. I don't know why. That's the other role I know him the most from. I know him. He's Aquaman's dad.
And what I find interesting about these early Battlefront games, these two, they're a little bit. You can tell. It was like time when the lore wasn't exactly solidified. Or maybe the studio didn't get the right lore notes because they used for example, at this time the Clone Troopers were using the DC-15 Carbon.
Okay.
primary. But all of them were using the DC-15 blaster rifle.
Yeah.
Huh.
Instead of the short, so essentially, they use what would be their main gun after the Clone Wars TV show as their pistol.
Okay.
Yeah. Or like the Clone there's a new class in this one called the Clone Commander, which is but they use the Galactic Marine
Huh.
armor.
Okay.
Oh, let me see. So, yeah, like I said, with the Magna Guard instead of using like the this is kind of interesting because they don't use the I forgot what they call. Magna Guard General Grievous's bodyguards, and they use the poles, the electric poles.
Yeah, they don't do that. They use them. They just use like a droid gun that shoots rockets.
Yeah, you know what's interesting? They could have just easily done that. All they do was reskin like the Darth Maul model. And they could have been the Magna Guard right there.
Okay.
For the first time, you can play as the Jedi and Sith and such, and like other characters. You know, hero characters. And and you only get limited time. The more, like over time, the life bar drains, so you gotta keep making kills to refill it.
Okay.
And like in this game, also you get introduced to space battles. You know, and essentially you can do like boarding actions, and you get introduced to like the pilot class and the marine class.
Okay.
And you know, this game still holds up. Especially when you get in again, then it's been modded a lot.
It's been modded. Of course it has.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I recommend this game. I recommend the Saga edition. I mean the Saga mod.
Because I'm assuming it's because it includes everything.
Well, he modded it so like let's just say you play as the Republic of Felucia. You get the
Felucia's in this game? Let's go.
Yes, aka Vietnam.
Yeah. Okay.
In fact, the level for the Felucia level is called Heart of Darkness.
Heart of Darkness.
And the thing about if you get the Saga mod, what they do is they reskin like the factions to match the environment, the map. Like if you play the Republic and the Felucia map, it gets reskinned as I forgot what his legion was called, but the Aelia Secura's Legion.
Okay.
So, and you play on the Mustafar map, the clones get reskinned as the shock troopers. And also did some other stuff, you know, make the classes more lore accurate.
Okay.
You know, like the guard can use they use the double-sided lightsaber action. I mean, you know, model. To for the Magna Guard, so you can do its you know, it's melee flips and stuff. And it's kind of overpowered in the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
essentially, it played the same. You go on the map, conquest, like you capture these command posts.
Right.
And another feature they added to this game that wasn't in the first game, that you can actually change your class without killing yourself.
Wait, what? You can only change class unless you die?
Yeah.
Wow.
In the first game.
Oh, glad they changed. Wow. Glad they changed that then. Ooh.
But they also removed some stuff. Like they moved the. So in the first game, it was essentially like Battlefront is essentially Battlefield but for Star Wars.
Yeah.
And in the sequel, they just like limited you to just like, for example, vehicles. In the first game, you could do air combat in the air, but in this one, in the sequel, because they have the space battles, they just moved all the fighters away from the ground to space.
So you just get like, like tanks and then spaceships. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, here it is. Here's a picture of the clone commander.
Oh, okay.
Which is they just used the Galactic Marine and just gave him a chain gun.
Ha! Look at this dude. Look at him go. All right.
Yeah, but
why is he holding his chain gun like that? Why is he holding his chain gun like that? Is a strong ass clone commander. Did he give that clone steroids? How's he holding a chain gun like that with one arm? Oh my goodness. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the changes they made in the Saga. In the Saga mod. Instead of they just have him holding the chain gun. Regular, not on the shoulder, but holding it. Like one will hold a chainsaw.
Oh, okay.
Regular, like you see in action movies. The regular smart way.
Yeah. All right. Hey, talk about a strong clone trooper. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One more.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it also had this mode called Galactic Conquest, which pretty much is like they call Battlefront Risk.
Okay.
Essentially, you can choose, your faction, and you go to planet to planet. Like
you can pick bonuses of planets based on currency, or you can use it to get units. It's like a mini 4X game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you go over the planet. If there's another fleet over the planet, you do go into space battle. Then after you beat that fleet, destroy that fleet, you can go into ground combat.
Oh, okay.
And play like a conquest mode map.
All right.
And
go ahead. Anything else?
And for the Saga mod, one thing I really like, they really that the Vietnam arc of the Clone Wars.
Yes, Mumbara. Wait, what's that?
Yeah.
Wait, what's it? Hold on.
Mumbara, yeah.
Wait, I'm looking at it just to make sure.
Umbara.
It's Thank
Umbara.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Umbara. I love the Umbara arc.
And that in the Saga mod they added that map.
Really? I'm looking this up right now. Umbara Battlefront 2. I'm looking this up.
Saga mod.
Oh,
make sure you put
wow. That's amazing.
The Saga mod. Yeah, let me look it up to see it again.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, and someone also made a mod for that for the, the other Battlefront 2. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, I really I really like the Saga mod because they really made everything lore. Like I said, lore accurate. Like the clone troopers use the right rifles. And the big rifles is used by a new class they added called the Assault Trooper.
Huh. Alright.
And I really like how they added the Clone Assassin. Which is these, hold on, let me see. I'm not sure they use new animation, but it's interesting how they use, how they reuse assets and it's the new models too. Because the Clone Assassin really felt like the Clone moved like a Clone Assassin did in the Revenge of the Sith video game that was released around the same time.
Oh, okay. Hey, look at that! It's Assassin's Creed, but Star Wars. The arm blades and everything. Let's go.
Yeah, they were created to fight Jedi. Linear martial art that was specifically created to fight Jedi.
Specifically created to fight Jedi. Okay.
Yeah, it was made for a video game for the
Revenge-
Revenge of the Sith game.
What are the swords made of then? Is it
I
like
think they're
Vibroblades.
I think they're Bible braids. Think of Raiden's sword from Metal Gear Solid.
Oh shit, those could fight against lightsabers?
Yeah.
Shit, why
It's
don't they use that more then? Are people are just people in Star Wars stupid? Okay, that's a fucking that's a meme. You know, like oh they're just stupid. But no, actually kind of unironically to like wait, so like there's all this technology that can go against like lightsaber stuff.
It's because they wanted to make some Star Wars games where you can have a character use a melee build, but they don't want them to make a Jedi. It's really more of like an excuse. It's not really.
But still, though, like if you're gonna make it canon, like, dang, why aren't people using this more often?
Yeah, I'm trying to find another one that's.
I don't know, like that's just.
I find. Let's see, Revenge of the.
Like obviously, you know, a Jedi's gonna have the advantage because you know not only the sword, but you know, force powers. Oh my gosh! Oh.
No, I'm not playing the Revenge of the Sith video game, and it's like, you try to use a Jedi mind trick on him, and he's like, "Your Jedi mind tricks won't work on me."
No, Jedi mind tricks work on me.
And these guys, they were like ninja fast, annoying so. But yeah, let's see.
So they are just Assassin's Creed, but Star Wars.
I always find it funny that they have all this like technology that don't seem to get used in the Clone Wars, like the Blaze Trooper.
The Blaze Trooper?
Let me guess, flamethrowers.
Yes, and jetpacks.
Oh yeah, that's from the game as well.
Whoa! Look at this guy. He's so beefy.
Yeah.
Again, video games. It's.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's
Video games always got the coolest. Star Wars video games always got the coolest stuff. I mean, yeah, but like I said, Battlefront.
He's so beefy though.
Well, you know,
Why are his shoulders that wide though? That's kind of bothering me though. Why are his shoulders so wide? All right.
Yeah, but like I said, overall, Battlefront 2 is like it was very good for. Well, it's still good now. You can still play it. The mod, you know, touch it up a bit, but yeah, it's like $9.99 on Steam right now, and it plays. And I think.
All right.
Kind of wish there's
it's still on Steam, the original Battlefront.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. But
oh.
Now I think in some ways it's better than the EA Battlefront 2 because you know Command.
Right. Okay, but actually, I'm glad you brought that. That was something I was gonna ask you. Like, so what is it that make people look back more fondly at that Battlefront 2 than the new one from like EA and stuff? Besides
one content.
Content.
One the amount of content at launch.
Nostalgia is a part of it. You can't ignore that as well.
Well, yeah, but like a lot more. It also like the genuine feeling of Star Wars is, I would say, stronger with the old Battlefront games than the new ones.
Okay.
The new ones just feels a bit more like
shooter with a Star Wars flavoring over it.
Yeah.
Well, my problem with the my problem with the new Battlefront 2 is not so much that it's the little things. Overall, I feel it's solid, but it's little things like the lack of ammo gauge. It's just like everything's overheating.
You don't have ammo?
Your gun overheats in the new Battlefront 2.
Oh well, then again, I assume because it energy weapons and stuff. So, okay.
It's just one of those things. It's just.
Yeah. Then again, I will be fair in lore. Those blasts last for 500 shots, depending on the power level.
Okay. Alright.
No, it's like that. The batteries last for 500 shots. The gas canisters is a different story
Oh, okay.
because it's ionized gas. It is like
Wow.
something like that.
Mm.
Another thing about the new Battlefront 2 is like
Uh-huh.
well, I love the skins and the con
Mm.
and stuff. Sometimes there's like a bit of a whiplash.
Oh, okay.
You see all these people wearing all these different armor skins.
Mm. Alright.
Like a little bit like a uniformity.
Mm.
Like why are you wearing a jungle skin on Camino?
Why not?
Well, yeah, that's the thing, but it's like it makes no sense for Star Wars specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the Legion colors make sense.
Okay.
You can justify it because Legions work together all the time.
Mm.
It's when you use like all these Pacific environment Pacific patterns.
Mm. Okay.
And I think another thing that
Mm.
a lot of times the people just stop playing Battlefront 2 before EA, right when EA still had their finger in the pie.
Mm.
That finger with more hands-on.
Okay.
And didn't know that Battlefront became when EA got their hands off it.
Mm.
Got less of their hands on it.
Okay. Ah.
Which understandable,
Mm.
Yeah, but and also I think Battlefront 2 2005 one had a better story, a better
okay.
campaign.
Mm.
It didn't try anything. It was just a story that was made for gameplay purposes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Priority, other than them trying to tell a story that ended up being crap.
Oh.
And and I think it did, but I will say
Mm.
I think this also the lack of one thing I like about Battlefront, this 2005 Battlefront 2 is that you can actually board while you're in space battle, which you can't do in the new Battlefront 2. Like you can do boarding actions,
Okay.
and you actually you transition into it without any loading screens or cutscenes.
Ooh. Okay.
Even though the area is still small because
Mm.
it's still nice.
Okay.
Same thing.
Yeah.
With, now with the new Battlefront 2,
Mm.
and so they called, you still got there's still a cutscene
Mm.
to board the ship. There's no transition, no seamless transition.
Mm.
Yeah, it's more steps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, more steps, which I understand why that. I get why that happens because they didn't. They were they were under EA's thumb.
Mm.
We need microtransactions.
We need microtransactions. Give it to me. Gamble. Ooh.
Also,
Mm.
yeah, but I'm trying to remember there was something else, and that's about also that added the like I said, the Saga mod breathes new life into the Battlefront 2
Mm.
and the mods in general. But yeah, I just hope
Oh my god.
yeah, I just hope that whenever Battlefront 3. Oh, and also the Saga mod also add all the Battlefront 1 maps to Battlefront 2.
Oh, okay.
Also, my favorite level, the Geonosis Spire.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, but like I said, I hope whenever Battlefront 3 comes out, they bring back some of the old. Take
Okay.
notes of 2005 Battlefront 2
Hmm.
and
Alright.
bring it to a Battlefront 3 whenever that comes out. You know,
Hmm.
if EA didn't consider it a failure because they can, microtransaction to Oblivion.
Okay.
Yeah, but also like if you also this is the you ever heard the watch out for those wrist rockets meme?
Hmm.
There's a meme. This game produced some in-joke memes, some in-jokes
Okay.
among two fans like watch out for those wrist rockets.
Hmm.
The Super Battle Droid in this series shoot wrist rockets a lot.
Wrist rocket! Oh god!
Though
Alright.
there's one thing I do count against this game that they didn't have Tamara Morrison voice the clones.
Nice.
No, they
No,
didn't.
they didn't. They had.
Oh, I misheard
They
him
just
then.
had other.
Oh, alright. That's a shame.
Yeah.
Well,
But
to be fair though, they didn't also have. Was it the same guy they did for they got for Clone Wars?
no. This is before the Clone Wars.
This was before
They did
Clone
Yeah,
Wars.
this was still 2005.
Oh.
And it's
Clone
like-
Wars was.
No, but I'm talking about like the. What was this? Was it the same guy who was voicing the Clone Troopers?
No, it was not.
It wasn't. Okay.
No,
No,
that's.
they just
Alright.
got some off the street.
Just some guy off the street.
Yeah.
Was he good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there we go.
You know, he wasn't bad. He wasn't good. He was just. It was all right.
All right.
Yeah, but that's about it. It's a good game. It's $9.99 on Steam. Get it. Get the Saga Edition mod. And play as let's see. It'll be good. As I don't know, Boba.
Play as Boba. All right.
Or just play around as a Jet Trooper.
Okay then.
It was kind of funny, like either fly on a jetpack all over the place.
Wee! Wee! Alrighty then. Alright. Well, in that case then, that brings this show to a wrap. Wow, look at that. 2 hours! A little over 2 hours for a podcast. What a rarity. What do you know? Alright. Fuck it. You know what? I actually should have mentioned this like right at the beginning, but we were so obsessed with talk about Napoleon and Ridley Scott that I completely forgot to mention it. This was our last topic. Not the last one. Couldn't make it to talk about Alfred Hitchcock, so we're gonna have to wait for next week. And yeah, and oh, there he is. He's online, but he's not here. Okay, Dick. He's probably playing Gmod or something again.
Yeah, or he's gonna show up now right at the end.
I don't know, but I don't wait until he's. Actually, I could check if he's playing Gmod. I have Gmod, so I could check if he's playing it or not.
Oh, also, the original Half-Life right now is available free on Steam.
Really? Original
Yeah.
Half-Life. Oh. Oh, there it is. Half-Life. 25th anniversary update. For free. Wow. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm adding it to my account right now. I ain't gonna pass up on Half-Life. Free? Shit.
Half-Life is free now?
Yeah,
the first one.
The original Half-Life is free. Wow, that is a small game. Holy shit. Well, it's like, you know, compared to everything nowadays, like, wow. Like, it's in the megabytes area. Oh, I could install this. Hell yeah. Wow. Alright. Wow, that's crazy. Half-Life is now free.
At least it's smaller than Modern Warfare 3.
Don't buy Modern Warfare 3. Don't do. Oh my gosh, Half-Life 2 is less than is only like It's literally $1. Oh my gosh, I'm getting Half-Life 2 then. Hell yeah. Are you shitting me? If it's only $1, then fuck yeah, I'm getting Half-Life 2.
How about Half-Life 2 Episode 1?
Hey, Half-Life Complete is $6.52.
Alright, hold on. I'm literally paying $1 now for Half-Life 2, cause hell yeah. Why wouldn't I? For like less than $1, like $0.99? Fuck yeah. Of course I'm gonna get... Yeah, of course I'm gonna get Half-Life 2. Hell yeah. Give it to me, baby. Yeah, there we go, Half-Life 2. Oh shit, it also came with Half-Life 2 Lost Coast. Wow. Oh wow. Wait, when was this 25th anniversary? Tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow's is his anniversary. Oh, that's why. Wait, how old is Half-Life?
25 years.
What?
Yeah, it's a wicked old franchise.
98. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right. Okay.
You know what?
Oh no, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. So when does Half-Life 3 come out?
Never. It's never gonna come out. Oh my gosh, there we go. Half-Life. Like all the Half-Lives, like shit. Like Half-Life Episode 2 is even cheaper.
No, I was saying
even cheaper. I'm buying this right. I'm buying Episode 2 too. Like.
But no, there's Half-Life Complete, which is containing all the games for $6.52.
Well, he's already buying individually, so.
Well, because I didn't know about that, but okay. Then wait, I'm confused now. What's the difference between Half-Life 2 and then split into Episode 1 and 2? What's that all about?
It was during the episodic craze.
Wait, does Half-Life 2 have all of it then? So did I not need to get Episode 2? I'm confused. Did I just spend unnecessary money?
No.
No?
I don't think
No,
so.
you didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Well, might as well get Episode 1 then. Alright. I'm not passing up on this. Like, this is a deal of a lifetime here. Like, damn. Alright. Like, okay. Wow. Look at that. And then... What's Alex?
VR.
Ah, never mind. Yeah, no, I'm not getting that one. I don't have a VR headset. But okay, wow. What do you look at that? So yeah, just go on Steam. Like Half-Life, all the most of the Half-Life stuff except for Alex. Like, yeah, this is a great deal. Get it? Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. All right. So, anyway, so that was interesting. All right, so wow, it's not even 10 o'clock where I am yet. That's crazy. All right, short podcast. Look at that. So, we are going to end this podcast here. Then we're gonna end early. We rarely do that. Let's go. Woo!
Have a good night, everyone.
All right.
Have a good night.
Oh yeah, and also tomorrow, Sonic Sunday. So, good night.
Good night.